Hey everybody, I'm Alexis and I'm here today with my daughter Dylan.
Hi.
And Dylan is here to help me with another episode of Key Lime Kids. So, what do we do on Key Lime Kids?
We learn a skill, then teach it to you.
That's right. Good job. So today our skill is
melting chocolate.
And right, we're gonna make brownies. And we have actually been doing a lot of stuff with flour recently. We've made blueberry muffins, a Dutch baby, and pasta last night. So we thought that we would do a little twist on this one and do gluten-free brownies. So Dylan, what was it, 5 years ago, was having some stomach aches and stuff, and we weren't sure what was going on. So we decided to try a gluten-free diet for about a month. And it turns out that wasn't the problem. But during that time, I discovered this awesome brownie recipe. And you will never know that it doesn't have flour in it. It's really cool. You ready to jump in? Okay, Dylan, what we've got set up here, it's called a double boiler, and we have a pot of barely simmering water that we're gonna put a bowl over top of. And the important thing is that the bowl's not resting in the water, because then it could get too hot. We're gonna add our chocolate. So we just pour all that in, and we're gonna add our butter, and this is gonna melt all together. You can give it a stir. So this is gonna take a couple of minutes. And why do you think that we do it this way? Any ideas? If you don't, it's okay, I can help out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason we do it this way is to make sure the chocolate doesn't burn and it doesn't get too hot, because it's very, very delicate. And when you're making baked goods, you want the chocolate to be just right. If it's burned, it'll have a really bad flavor and it won't bake up right.
Mom?
Yep.
Why do we use this chocolate instead of chocolate chips?
Oh, that's a good question too, because chocolate chips sometimes have stabilizers in them. They have added ingredients and they won't bake up right either. You want to use a good quality chocolate. It can be bittersweet or semi-sweet, just not a chocolate chip. But a chocolate bar would be fine too. You just have to break it up into pieces. So we're going to melt this and show you what it looks like when we're all done. Okay, so it's been just a few minutes and already the chocolate is finished. It's all melted. It's creamy in there with the butter. How do you think it looks?
I think it looks very smooth and perfect.
I think you're right. Good enough to eat. So we're gonna move back over and finish up the recipe. So we're back. Our chocolate is melted. We're gonna continue on with the recipe. But Dylan had one more question.
Can you melt this in the microwave? Because I know some recipes call for melting chocolate
in the microwave. So you can melt chocolate in the microwave. That's a good question. I don't like to, because it's really easy to burn the chocolate in the microwave. It's really easy to just fry it in there. You have to be really careful and watch it the whole time and do it in such short increments that I think it's just easier to do it this way. And then you can do it all in one bowl. All right, so what's next? The sugar? So now we're gonna add our sugar. Great, we're gonna whisk that in. You wanna whisk? Go for it. I know the whisking's the fun part. You gotta get out of your way though. I don't wanna get elbowed. Okay, so add the sugar and then we're gonna add the eggs. It's best to add the eggs one at a time. And usually if you put them in a bowl like this, they just plop out one at a time, so that's really easy. So whisk that in, and then next, and I'm gonna make sure that all I'm whisked in really well before you add the next one. And finally, egg number 3. Okay. So normally this would be the time that you add the flour, but we're not adding flour today, are we? Oh, we forgot the vanilla. Let's add the vanilla. You wanna do that? And just make sure the eggs are really good in there. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Perfect. Mix that in. So in our bowl over there, we have combined cornstarch and cocoa powder and the salt. This is all in the recipe, so don't worry about if you can't remember all this. And Dylan's gonna mix that in. We have our oven preheated to 350. We're gonna pour this in our pan, bake up some nice brownies. Oh, I wanted to mention 2 add-ins, because sometimes this is a pretty plain brownie recipe, but there's so many things that you can put in it. Do you have any ideas of things that would be good in brownies?
chocolate.
Like chocolate chips, like even more
Caramel.
chocolate. Caramel's good too. That's a good one. You could just, has to be kind of a thick caramel. You just blob it on top, or like Nutella. Dylan does not like nuts, unfortunately, but walnuts would be great in it, but maybe not for this one. Or cinnamon, I just like cinnamon too. I think cinnamon's a really nice flavor in brownies. So all those are really great ideas. So we're gonna pour it in our pan, which we've lined. You can also use tin foil in there if you don't have parchment paper, that's fine too. And after we get this done, we're gonna pop it in the oven and enjoy. So thanks so much, Dylan. I appreciate the help today. I hope you learned some good lessons on how to melt chocolate.
Yep.
Join us next time for another episode.